On this episode of Whatever It Takes, San Diego State cornerback Chris Johnson gets selected in the first round of the NFL Draft by the Miami Dolphins.
I love the way you play, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm so fired up. You're one of my favorite guys on tape. You got the right attitude. We're going to be able to have so much fun together, man. Make sure you enjoy this day with your family, all those that helped you along the way. I cannot wait to get you here and coach you.
Yes, sir. I can't wait, Coach. I'm ready, man.
It's the moment every kid who plays football dreams about, but only a small number make it to the NFL.
All right, bye-bye.
And San Diego State cornerback Chris Johnson is one of them.
With the 27th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chris Johnson.
And I really mean it was his dream come true. Just look at this project he made in kindergarten. Titled My Arms, he wrote, "I like my arms because they can help me balance on things and defend myself. I can catch and tackle. That's why I like my arms. Without my arms, I couldn't play football. That's why my arms are the best part about me." In third grade, he made this project where he said when he grew up, he wanted to play in the NFL or NBA. And from a kid to now, he manifested it to come true, even though others told him he should explore a different route.
It's been like countless times like a teacher would tell me like, oh, like maybe we should pick something else, like, and I'm like, nah, like this is what I want to be when I'm older.
His parents were very supportive, and they were amazed at their son's interest in football from the time he was pretty much a newborn.
Chris was still an infant, like not even crawling yet. So I'm going to say like 4 or 5 months old. Every Sunday he would sit on the couch with a bottle in his dad's lap and watch football.
Yeah, he did.
All day. Didn't cry, I didn't even know. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, my first son. So I'm thinking like, is this normal, you know? As he got older, he started drawing X's and O's on papers. And I wish I could have kept that.
Yeah, you did.
One day I asked him, and this is around like 4 or 5 years old, you know, and I'm like, son, what are you doing? I thought he was doing tic-tac-toe. Really, like, you know, because I just see these X's and O's on a paper. He's like, no, he starts drawing arrows. This guy's going to catch the ball, and this guy's going to come and get him, and if he misses him, this other guy will come.
What do you remember about your younger years and playing football for the first time?
Yeah, just that it was fun, man. I just remember how much fun I had playing. All the friendships I made from them, I'm still friends with a lot of those guys, man, since Little League football. But it was just great, man. Always fun, you know, winning, losing. Well, like I said, I was a competitor, so losing still hurt a lot. But we was mostly a winning team, so, you know, that's why I had so much fun.
Even at 8, 9 years old, his team would lose.
Yeah.
And Chris would be so heartbroken losing a game, you know, and he would say, how do my teammates have so much energy to laugh and play, and we just lost? Do they understand that?
Well, when they little like that, at the end of the game, the kids get a
goodie
goodie bag, and the other kids were just so happy to get the goodie bag.
Standing in line with
And Chris was like,
I don't want that.
I can't understand. We lost the game. Who wants a goodie bag?
His team wouldn't lose much, though, because Johnson was good. He earned the nickname Mighty Mouse at a young age for his play despite his small stature. That ability kept shining, and he would grow all the way through high school. The Division I college football offers started to come in, and it was an exciting time. But things would change quickly.
Yeah, real early on, I was supposed to go to Boise. We were supposed to go on a visit. I ended up going to this camp or whatever, and I don't know if I didn't perform well or what, but, you know, after that, they told my pops, like, they was cool off me or whatever, so I was like, okay, like, that kind of burnt, but, you know, it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day. And then after that, that's kind of when I started getting my bigger offers. I had got Northwestern, and then I was supposed to go on a visit there, and, like, the day before I was supposed to leave on a visit, they had called my mom and said, like, oh, they had some commits over the weekend, so they didn't have no more space, blah, blah. So I couldn't go on a visit no more. So I was like, all right, whatever. Like that's the second time this happened. Then similar situation like Northwestern with Boston College. So I was like, all right, like at this point, like it seemed like I'm begging to go to a school. Like I'm gonna go to a school that want me there.
That school would be San Diego State. When he started with the Aztecs, he started on special teams, but worked himself on the defensive side of the football field and by his junior year, he was starting at cornerback.
What was it from sophomore year to junior year that you felt really clicked for you like that?
Yeah, it was really just being out on the field, man, being out on defense. I feel like obviously, you know, everybody has their own opinion. So since I came on campus, I thought I was ready to play. But obviously the staff is going to play who they think is ready to play. So, you know, rightfully so. So my junior year, I was ready to play, and that's when I got to be on the field. So I was able to make all those plays.
In his final 2 seasons, he compiled over 100 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, and 5 interceptions. 2 of those interceptions returned for touchdowns in his final season, including this pick 6 against Cal, 97 yards to the house. And he made big plays against one of those schools that pulled their offer.
And you know, with Boise being in the conference, I was happy, you know, my senior year we was able to finally pull off a win against them.
You had a big hit in that game, too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely brought a different energy that game. You know, that the same coach was there, and, you know, it is what it is.
He garnered a lot of attention with his play. In 2025, he was named a second-team All-American by the Associated Press. He was also Mountain West Co-Defensive Player of the Year. He was invited to the Reese Senior Bowl and the NFL Scouting Combine. In this day and age, many student athletes might try and transfer to improve their situation and get playing time quicker. Johnson stayed at San Diego State for 4 years to put himself in a position to be drafted. Other schools certainly tried to get him to transfer. He explained at the Combine why he didn't.
I feel like it was important for me to just finish what I started. I'm kind of big on that. You know, that's where I went in 2022, and I just want to stay there. I also felt like it helped me. That was like my best chance to get to the NFL. And, you know, I didn't want to leave and put a bunch of uncertainties in the air, and because I knew what I was going to do if I stayed.
He got to where he wanted to be by staying at San Diego State. But with that came some doubt of how good he actually was because he played in the Mountain West Conference opposed to conferences like the SEC or the Big Ten. One of those doubts, they didn't think he was fast enough. Johnson wanted to prove he was at the Combine.
My man goes to show I can run. A lot of people don't think I can run for whatever reason. So, yeah, I'm really excited to run tomorrow.
You got any guesstimation on what you're going to do?
Yeah, I know what I'm going to run, but y'all going to have to find out. Yes, sir.
He impressed in the 40-yard dash, running it in 4.4 seconds.
Where did the doubts come from people that you could?
I don't know. I feel like the easiest thing is just, you know, no disrespect to my opponents, but the kind of way I play on tape, you know, I never really had to run full speed for a long amount of time or a long distance. So I could understand why people would try to make observations and say, oh, this guy's not fast. Look at this clip of him running, but I'm just not running full speed in a clip.
NFL scouts would come to see him at Pro Day at San Diego State, where he was a limited participant because of how well he did at the NFL Combine. I talked to 2 NFL scouts about what they thought about Johnson at that Pro Day. They said he's a great leader, a great competitor, and he impressed at the NFL Combine. In over 4 years, he went from a player who was getting his offers pulled to play college football to a player whose draft stock was rising quickly.
A lot of people maybe at the beginning of the season didn't have you as high. Now, I've seen draft boards, second, third. You never know. You see some guys just all of a sudden sneak into the end of the first round. You're like, whoa, so you could be one of those guys based off everything that's going on. Is that the indication you're getting from people that your stock is certainly rising as the draft comes?
Yeah, definitely, man. But like you said, whether it's first, second, third, fourth, whatever, man, I'm going to be blessed wherever I go and blessed for the opportunity to compete for whatever team takes a chance on me.
In the weeks leading up to the draft, Johnson could only wait and keep training. Most mock drafts had him as an early second-round pick, but some did have him as a late first-rounder. The first day of the draft would finally come, and he would be at his house with family and friends. Johnson was locked in on the TV. The picks were going by, and the first round was almost over.
Let's do it, coach.
And that's when Johnson got the call. It was the Miami Dolphins telling him that they were going to trade up 3 picks to take him 27th overall. Tears would come down Johnson's eyes as it all sunk in.
All my emotions just poured out of me. I didn't think I was going to cry, but I ended up doing it, man.
Those around him cheered, as Johnson had just fulfilled the dream he set out when he was a kid. And he didn't just barely make it. He was a first-round pick in the NFL draft. And as those dreams turn into reality, Johnson just wants to keep working hard.
All I could do is be thankful and not waste this opportunity.